Billionaire Elon Musk is a restless entrepreneur. At 12, he did his first business deal, selling the code for a video game. At 32, he made around $180 million when PayPal was sold to eBay, before investing almost all of this in electric car maker Tesla and rocket producer SpaceX.
SpaceX is trying to ensure the long-term survival of humanity with multi-planet species.
Multiple companies followed, including startup Neuralink, focused on merging the human brain with computers.
Elon Musk seems to be motivated by sort of big problems that require him personally to save the world, whether it's from climate change with electric cars or whether it's from the risk of human extinction. And there's a sort of messiah complex to the whole thing.
But where did this drive to save humanity come from?
I did not have a sort of happy childhood, to be frank, but I read a lot of books. I read lots and lots of books.
Science fiction inspired Musk's ambition to prolong the lifespan of humanity and his business empire.
He's named several of his drone ships, which his rockets land on, after some of the spaceships that appear in Ian M. Banks' novels.
Musk was at university in the 1990s, when there was a huge surge of interest in existential risk.
That was quite a formative influence, it would seem, on Elon Musk.
Human civilization could come to an end for external reasons like a giant meteor or supervolcanoes.
This concern with existential risk kind of joins up with Elon Musk's messiah complex, because by definition an existential risk is a big problem that needs to be solved.
So how do Musk's achievements measure up to his ambitions?
Tesla's impact on the car industry is really astonishing. Electric cars had a reputation for being, rather rubbish, slow, they didn't look cool. They started off by making a very, very fast sports car, the Roadster, which can out-accelerate a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a Maserati, and suddenly that was a car people wanted to drive. Successively, they've made more high-volume and less expensive cars.
But the road to ramping up production has been rocky.
People have declared Tesla, about to go bust many, many times. Even if Tesla went bust tomorrow, it's very clear that it has accelerated the transition to electric vehicles.
By 2040, it's estimated there will be more than 700 million passenger electric vehicles on the road. And about 3/4 of all new car sales will be fully electric. A big step in the right direction for Musk's efforts to help save the environment.
3, 2, 1, 0.
But what about Musk's desire to save humanity from extinction by seeking out a brave new world?
I would be happy if humanity has a self-sustaining city on Mars, because then the probable lifespan of humanity is much greater.
He sounded completely mad when he started talking about this 20 years ago, but he's slowly getting closer and closer to his goal.
After he invested around $100 million in space exploration company SpaceX, the first 3 orbit attempts failed.
Musk is obviously a gambler, and many, many times he has put all of his money down and taken great risks. Many times he's come very, very close to losing it all.
0.
We're in stage 1.
Liftoff indication.
The 4th rocket succeeded, and SpaceX's partly reusable Falcon 9 has slashed the cost of space launches, a vital step in getting to Mars.
SpaceX absolutely dominates the business of launching stuff into orbit. It's bigger than everybody else in the industry. It's phenomenal.
SpaceX's satellite internet service Starlink has also allowed Musk to play savior in a new way. It's been critical to Ukraine's armed forces.
They absolutely depend on it so that they can coordinate their communications of their troops. They can do things like use it to control drones and see what's going on the battlefield. So that, in a strange way, gives Elon Musk an enormous amount of power. Musk is also sort of setting rules and limits on what can and can't be done with this technology, and thus what the Ukrainian army can and can't do.
Now he's taking on new global challenges.
Having solved how to make spaceflight cheap and how to make electric cars sexy, he's decided that he can solve anything. And furthermore, that those 2 big engineering problems are a good template for how he can solve other problems.
Take free speech. Musk bought Twitter, now named X, in 2022 for $44 billion.
Having a public platform that is maximally trusted and broadly inclusive, is extremely important to the future of civilization.
How you manage a social media platform, that really isn't an engineering problem. When you're trying to build an electric car or a rocket, your adversary, as it were, is the laws of physics. Your adversary, when it comes to managing a social media platform, is human nature.
When he took over, Musk immediately fired half of the workforce, giving remaining staff a choice.
Employees have until 5 p.m. today to commit to extremely hardcore work or leave the company.
The self-declared free speech absolutist has blocked tweets to prevent offence, making it harder for accounts to impersonate big brands when it was bad for profits, and blocked critics of President Erdogan during the Turkish elections.
He's had a sort of crash course in the history and the philosophy of free speech.
Users voted for him to step down as CEO in December 2022, and he has now done so. But he still owns and controls the company.
He can boost one candidate over another, decide who gets blocked, decide who gets allowed to use Twitter, and that's really control of a giant political megaphone.
Now he's wading into geopolitics to try to be a peacemaker. He tweeted a Russian-friendly plan to end the war with Ukraine. But Musk's efforts in international diplomacy might not be as altruistic as they appear.
You have to remember when he talks about things like China-Taiwan or US-China politics, that he has enormous vested interests in these things.
Tesla has a large factory in China and is planning on building another.
Or if the US and China were to go to war and China were to seize foreign assets within its borders, that would all be very bad for Elon Musk.
Elon Musk has done very well out of his mission to save humanity. But perhaps sometimes he needs to remember that with great power comes great responsibility.
I don't think there's any doubt that Elon Musk is a figure of great, world historical importance. He's changed the trajectory of the car industry and of spaceflight, and he may yet change the trajectory of other things too. On the other hand, Elon Musk is one of these people who seems to wield an enormous amount of power and is extremely unpredictable. He changes his mind about things very often. That has serious consequences. One of the big questions is, will the good that Elon Musk does outweigh the bad?